So, within the gamma frequency, there's going to be times when you are thinking of a goal, you've had an idea, you've had something coming through that moves you. This could be you've gone through your goals, you've identified something that you have no idea how you're going to do this, but you have identified this as something that's like, say, a dream, say a project, say an idea, a house, anything that is really deeply moving you and you feel a deep connection to it. Now, one of the methods you can use within this is facing something that we like to call the terror barrier. It's this wall that you hit, and it's a completely normal human reaction of a wall that we face as soon as we start to get emotionally involved with something. So say you've been in meditation, you've had an idea come through for a project, and this means a lot to you, but you're just like, how on earth am I going to do that? I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the connections, but this has flown through you into your heart, and then the second that you want to imagine a future where you're doing this, you're like, oh, okay, how am I going to manage this? And that's the moment when we get really, really scared. And this is a very human reaction to have, because our ego likes to keep us safe. Our ego knows that where we are right now means we don't have to change, don't have to grow, don't have to give up things, don't have to sacrifice for things. This is a really comfortable place to be in. And the second that we then can't really see the path of how to get something, we immediately block it. Now, you can do some exercises and methods with this, and the reason this comes under gamma is because this is all to do with your inner mindset. There's nothing to do with your outside, your environment, because everything that already exists in this universe is there, you just haven't reached it yet. Any project, any idea, anything that you want to manifest is already there in this universe. It's only our own limiting blocks and mindsets that are stopping us from getting there. So, some exercises that you can do to reach this clarity, to come through this terror barrier a little bit more. So the first one is really tuning into this goal, tuning into what this goal is, and writing it out, describing it in as much detail, and really allowing this sense of expansion as if no blocks, you could already achieve this. What does it look like? What does it feel like? How does it feel to embody this goal? Are you dressed in? How do you dress in it? All of these things that come together, and just feel it. Ignore the fears that are undoubtedly going to come, and just let them be there for a moment. Let the potential just be there for a moment. And you can go through these questions and also pause a bit if you want to be journaling as you go along with this. And I just advise, like, it's interesting because I noticed also filming this that there's a terror barrier of sharing this, I think, with people in the world. And the exercises I've gone through to also be able to share this are even relevant now. They're going to be relevant for every time you come to something that you want to achieve or create or manifest, regardless of if it's personal, intrapersonal, work related. You're always going to hit this kind of barrier. It could be even you go into a relationship and you get hit with the exact partner you've wanted, and then you're like, oh shit, do I want that? So the next exercise then, and this is also something that I've gone through, is imagining your life. What would be better for it if you went ahead with this thing that's scaring you? What are the benefits of doing this thing? So I'll give you some more time to write down and journal on that. And really imagining, what would you advise somebody? So say you were writing down, looking at somebody else's goal that they've just written, and looking down and they've written why their life would benefit from doing this. So would there be more connections, more money, more freedom, more time, more presence, more joy? Then seeing all of the things that you've written down, but now doing it from a third person perspective, and now writing down as if you were writing them a letter, all the reasons why they would be so foolish to not go ahead with this. Why would they be so foolish to not pursue this goal despite all the fears that they're having coming up? There's an element of when we are faced with things that scare us, when we emotionally start caring about the thing that we want to create, the fear that comes in sets in a particular vibration in our body. So you can think all the thoughts we want, the positive, thinking about like the goal, but if it's only staying up in the mind and it's not being transmuted down into the heart, then you're also not transmuting it down into all the cells in your body, which are not going to be vibrating at the frequency, which is then bringing in the right paths, the right people, the right opportunities for this project, this goal to manifest. I'll be doing a meditation on the next video of how to bring this into your heart as well. So how you can connect and really, really feel the gratitude of this goal manifesting. So the last aspect then is a little bit more practical. Every single one of the fears and doubts that have come up when you think about this goal, you think about why this wouldn't work, you think about it not having any success, it not being physically possible. List all of those down. I find it really helps to get those fears out of your head when they're written down on a list of paper. They are out of here and you can see them sometimes to actually not be as scary as you thought they would be. And what I would like you to write next to them then is ways that these can be counteracted, solutions to those problems. Because in there, you're already making this connection that the problem and the solution exist, even if you don't know how you're going to get in between those things. You're already identifying the thing that's causing you fear. You're already identifying the solution, which in itself is the first step to calling it in. So even if you need loads of money to make this solution, you've already started the steps to see where you need to go to get to it. So instead of it being this big goal that is lofty and really in the future and really like misty and you're not sure how you're going to get there, this kind of process is already making it tangible, is already making it clear and making it much more viable for you to then be taking small steps every day, because that's what it is. Big goals don't just happen from 0 to 100, it's actually from 1%, 2%, 3%, 4% as you go on through your day. And it's these small micro changes in your mind, this is then what has dramatic effects on your environment. So this is why Gamma is the core foundation, is actually your internal and your external. So yeah, I hope this helps. I'll bring a meditation on tomorrow's video and see you guys tomorrow.